Hello everyone and welcome back to another Ryan Bros cooking. Today we're going to be making some chicken noodle soup.
So the starting point was the chicken, which was on sale. So we have a whole chicken, we have 2 onions, 3 leeks, 4 stalks of celery, 12 peppercorns, 2 teaspoons of salt, some carrots, and the 2 bay leaves. And we were supposed to have parsley, but the store was out of parsley, so we don't have any parsley. So we're going to get started.
Okay everyone, so we're going to start chopping up everything. And yeah, we're going to start chopping.
Okay, so we are going to pick out a pot to use as our soup pot. I was sort of thinking maybe this guy here. I'm not totally sure it's big enough.
We have a bigger one, I think.
So we'll go for a bigger one. Here we go.
Paisley.
The top view of me is not the most flattering.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get the pot, you guys.
Okay, so the carrots can go in the pot.
Okay, so we're going to flip that off. Hi everyone. So now, hold on, let's just get all the bad parts out. We don't like bad parts in this soup. We don't want them. They're bad. Hence the name bad parts. That and throw you two away.
Okay, proceed to the onions.
The onions. I won't cut these. He will, because I don't want to cry. Make sure you guys leave a like, and I hope you guys enjoy the video.
Time for the chicken.
So explain what you're doing.
Okay, so I am cutting up the chicken. Sort of going a little bit on memory here on what approach has worked for me in the past. Try to cut off this leg here. We're going to be leaving the skin on. There's that one.
Oh, I cannot look at this. I'm sorry, you guys. I know I'm going to probably gross some of you guys out.
There's the other leg. You got some wings here to cut off. Let's see here. Cool. The rest, I guess.
Rastapopolis. Pop Rastapopolis.
Rastapopolis.
Sorry for the noise, you guys. My brother's getting ready for swarm meat.
Okay, so the chicken's going to go in.
Okay.
We have some chicken going into the pot here.
Okay, so I'm going to put in the salt. Should run that around. Peppercorn, if I'm right. Okay, and then we're going to grab some water. Okay, so now we're just going to fill this up with water. Just kind of like let it sit for a bit. Until it gets to about an inch over our ingredients. That is when we will stop the water. And yeah, So we're just gonna wait for about a minute or so, I think.
It looks good. Okay, can you pick it up and carry it to the stove?
No. So if you want to take it. So 3. Then we're going to turn it up to about little over medium. Let it sit for a bit.
So we got to a boil, and so now we're going to be turning it down, and so that the soup simmers in a way that they call a smile. Just barely bubbles coming up. So it'll take a while to get that adjusted.
Mm-hmm. Better now than then. Okay, everyone. So welcome back.
We're back. It's about an hour and a half later.
Yeah.
Why don't you take the knife and the fork and poke the chicken and see if it's tender, like this piece here. With the knife too.
It's going through.
Pretty good?
Yep.
Okay. You pull the stuff out and drop it in here. Try not to spill any on the stove while we're going here. Okay.
Slight drawback.
We can use this one.
Yes, please. Everything?
Yeah.
Even the little carrots?
No, we don't have to worry about the little carrots right now.
Is this all this stuff is?
Yes.
Can I cut it now?
We got a question from the audience. They asked whether this is all this step involves, and yes, it is. So, yes, you can pause here.
Okay, everyone, so this is the next day. We have taken out our chicken noodle soup stuff. We have gotten a strainer, something to go and explain this.
Yeah, so we're going to be straining the fat that collected on the top of the broth. We're going to strain it out and pour the broth into another pot, and then we're going to boil the broth again. And maybe simmer it for a bit, and then we're going to add the chicken back, and we'll be there with chicken soup.
So this is the pot that we're going to strain it into. So let's set this down into the sink. So now we are going to strain it. So you're going to pour. So we're just pouring it into this. Nothing really special about this. So this is going to be your live action view.
I'm wondering if we're maybe getting a little bit too much through our system.
We could try the other way. So we also have this coffee filter, if I'm correct?
Yeah.
So you'll probably have this at home, but just grab this out.
I could use a cheesecloth. Let me have a cheesecloth.
Just gonna rinse that out. Set it back. put the...
Let's see how this goes. Of course, that's going to go through rather slowly.
Okay.
Okay, so the other step we have here is picking the meat off of the chicken. So I will do one piece and then I'll switch over. Actually, here, I'll film you picking it off. So yeah, take a piece, put it on the board, and you're just trying to peel the white meat off the bones and put it in a pile. You just start with those pieces. Just start with one of the simple pieces you have on the board.
Okay.
Just pull off the white meat, put it in a pile.
Ugh.
Okay.
So I think we'll do a time lapse of me. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Have a great night. Filming this video was really fun. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Have a great day. So we are now lifting this. We're going to put that right back on the stove. And then we're going to turn it up to medium heat. I'm going to leave it like that till it gets to a simmer. Then we're going to add in our meats, our veggies, everything of the sort. Ready? Okay. So we're just going to start. So we've already done one leek.
We've done one, so now we're going to do this one that way. And then Josh is going to rinse out to get any grit that might be between the layers of the leek. You want me to cut this one?
Yep, you can start on that one.
Do some carrots while I'm standing here. Did these get a rinse?
Yep.
Okay, let me see what's next with those leeks. You can dice the carrots in a second. Wait a minute, not all of it.
So now we have diced the carrots.
So you can bring over the leeks, so you're going to cut them into thin half moons.
Okay.
Yep. You want to get it all the way through.
Alright, so I think I'm going to hand it off to you.
Hi everyone. Just wanted to say we really appreciate everybody who's watching. We love getting all the feedback.
Okay, everyone, so right here I've got a tiny bit of the broth in a spoon. Remember not to use the same spoon over and over again because that is gross. But tastes like chicken broth. Nothing really special about that. Straight chicken broth. Okay, everyone, so now we have something. So I've just washed my hands. So I'm going to grab some of this. Take the leeks. Pop them into here. And take the leeks. Pop them into the broth. Make sure your hands are away. And make sure that you're wearing some kind of sleeve. Because remember last time when we were pouring stuff in, what happened?
Little splashing issues.
Yeah, we had some splashing issues. So just be careful of that.
Okay, maybe you can also now maybe you can just scrape it off the board.
So now that we've taken some of it off, we're just gonna scrape that down.
Okay, same thing with the chicken.
The chicken, I think we can just dump it in.
Yeah, well, slowly, careful, slow splashing issues.
And then how long are we gonna let this sit?
Well, it's pretty much just stir it up and we'll let the chicken get up to temperature, and then it's all
Done.
good. And I think we were gonna make some maybe some of these noodles to just serve with in the soup.
Yep.
But we're not gonna pour it all into the soup right now.
Okay.
Here we are. We have the finished product. We've had a few hours pass, but here's the soup. I think you should get a close-up here as we serve it into bowls for dinner. Looking like a pretty good chicken soup here. We missed a few steps there in the recipe, but I think it came out pretty well. Have a little homemade bread to go with it.
I'm happy to see you too, Paisley.
What do you think of it, Josh?
I think it's gonna be great.
Yeah, you have any closing remarks?
Other than that, we're gonna show you guys our first taste of this. Thank you. Okay, so you guys, we got the soup into bowls. Here's our first test. We've got some no-knead bread, correct?
Yeah.
It's good. That's really good. Yep.
Very good. See you all next week.